Kirk, here we are. We've just finished the game. Didn't end in the result that we would have liked today. How are you feeling about that 2-0 defeat?
Injuries, every club has them. You've got to remember that's a Blackburn side that are minus Harvey Elliott, minus Armstrong, and added 500,000 to their team. Mowbray came here with a plan to consolidate and counter-attack. We played at a tempo in the first 20 minutes. Seen it before, haven't we? And if teams are going to win here, if they score in the first 20 minutes, it's going to become a chance for them. We could have gone 1-0 behind against Luton, got a free pass. We could have gone 1-0 behind against Swansea, got a free pass, didn't get one today. We came out better in the second half, didn't we? But we're always playing the uphill battle then, and then space is open and we get sucker punched again. But it was very unbalanced.
Yeah, we had some chances though, didn't we, in the first half? Notably a Dom Solanke chance and a Christie chance. What did you make of those?
Yeah, I actually missed the Dom Solanke chance. I did a back of the net matchday vlog and missed it. I was in the concourse. Saw the Christie one.
Yeah.
Should have took it, and he's desperate for a goal. 5 assists, but no goals. But I felt that Christie was picking up the wrong areas for large spells of that first half. But then late on in the first half, he got himself into areas where we want him to play that billing role because we had no billing today. So, yeah, it was disappointing. Should have took it, but we didn't. And again, we didn't have many chances in the second half that I can recall.
No, not at all. And as you said, obviously the game changed once they had that lead. Blackburn fans were singing, "We are going up." Do you think they've got a chance?
Maybe. I mean, that's 5 wins out of 6 now for them, and that's off the back of them being battered 7-0 against Fulham. But what they did have today, there were some antics, wasting of time. They're going to do it. Teams are going to do it to frustrate. But they worked hard. They worked as a team. Whatever Mowbray put on the table and wanted out of them, they did, and they delivered, and they scored. I don't know whether the first one was offside. I'm hearing it was, but they took their chances, and we go on now to Middlesbrough away. Can we get players back? Can we try and get a result on a long trip? We'll have to find out, but I don't know. Will they still be there at the end of the season? Maybe. We need to get out of this form if we want to be there at the end of the season.
Kirk, thank you. The blip continues.
It does.
Good to see you, buddy.
You know Zamora was going to be back again.
Oh, Noah, that is an excellent point. Come on in. Noah, what did I just hear you say to Kirk there?
Jordan Zamora was back against Middlesbrough.
Jordan Zamora might well be back against Middlesbrough. Do you think we're missing him?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. What went wrong today?
I think it was missing billing.
Yeah, no billing, no winning. That seems to be the way it's going at the moment, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got a game now. The next game we've got is against Middlesbrough, as you said. It's a long way away. Lots of people are going to hopefully go, but it's a long way to go.
Yeah.
You don't want to go. People don't want to go all that way to see what we saw today, though. What do we need to do? What do we need to do in the next game?
Make loads of signs like "Come on, Bournemouth," and "We need to win this."
Yeah.
Dom, don't forget your hat trick.
Yes, I love it, Noah. That's positivity in a nutshell. Exactly what we need going into this little run of games over Christmas. Have you asked for anything for Christmas from Father Christmas this year?
Yeah, Bournemouth tops in the Premier League football.
That sounds absolutely fantastic. Well, I hope you get them. I know you've been good, so you should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely talking to you, Noah. Should we have a quick word with your dad?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, what's on your...
I'm just an extra these days.
What's on your Christmas list then?
I think I've got a Bournemouth shirt on my list as well.
FIFA 22 was
FIFA 22, yeah.
How many
obviously.
points are you hoping for over this Christmas period now, Paul? We've got about 3 games.
3 games, I reckon. Get 1 out of those 3 games.
Wow.
I would like 9, but
Yeah.
I think I'd take 5. But yeah, my heart's saying that we're basically going to not do very well. This is our blip that we have every season around the same sort of time.
Yeah.
Christmas period. I don't know what it is. Don't know why it happens. Today was awful. It comes to something when you watch a game of football and you can't pick a man of the match. Normally there's one outstanding player, but today maybe Travers, the only one who actually really seemed to put in a shift. Everyone else just kept giving the ball away. There was no cohesion. There was no creativity. We missed Kilkenny, I think. And Zamora we've been missing since he's been injured. I think that's part of the reason we're not doing so well.
The substance seemed to massively change things. It was nice to see Lloyd Kelly get some minutes, though. Can you see him playing more?
Yeah, I think he'll start next game. I'm not sure it was fair on Cook to take him off. I don't think he'd done anything wrong, but Kelly gives you that little bit of extra going forward. I think a little bit more distribution, slightly better passes. Although Cook did have some great runs forward to distribute as well. So yeah, it gives you a different option. But I think Kelly will be back in the squad now.
What's going on? No.
They think they're going up. Now, there was a goal that you had a pretty good view of, the first one, and you messaged me and said you think it might be an own goal, actually.
It looked very much like it came off Pearson, I think.
Right.
But I need to see it back again. I mean, both Pearson and their player were basically running towards the goal, wouldn't have been able to stop themselves. Yes?
You need to watch the highlights.
I do need to watch the highlights.
Watch highlights.
To make sure you're right.
Thanks.
That it came off.
Yeah, if I'm not right, I'll text Tony, tell him that I was wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Well, lovely to see you, Paul.
Happy Christmas.
Happy
I'm not going
Christmas,
to see you before.
No,
Happy
right.
Christmas, Sam.
Nice one, happy Christmas.
Hey, come on, George. Hi. Oh, I don't really know where to start with you here on this one, buddy. I'll let you talk. What do you think?
I think today we definitely weren't at our best. To be fair, it felt like we were watching a different team today.
Yeah.
Definitely not reminiscent of what's happened recently. Just a lack of performance today. It wasn't good.
Is there anything you can pick out a positive for me? That's something about the game that you actually thought, okay, going into this little run of fixtures we've got now, we've got something to hang on to? Or?
Yeah. I mean, I think the way we sort of built up, especially towards the end of the first half and the start of the second half, I think we were good. Like, we had good spells. Overall, we weren't the best, but, there are little bits that we can pick in the games that are good and we can hopefully take into the next few games.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. And Blackburn were resolute. They put a lot of men behind the ball.
Yeah.
We had some chances. Do you think that's what caused us to capitulate, to not do well, that we didn't take those chances?
Definitely. The shooting today, I mean, when we did shoot, it wasn't that good, but we didn't really take our chances. The amount of chances we had, we didn't really do anything with them, and we've seen it before this season. We saw it against Preston.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. We just need to perform. We need to take the chances.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Good to see you, George.
Cheers.
Good. Pete, do you want to come on? Yeah. What do you make of that, buddy?
It wasn't good, was it? Let's be honest about it. It wasn't good at all. I mean, to be honest with you, the ref wasn't great.
No.
The lino wasn't great.
No.
But we can't blame the ref and we can't blame the lino if we don't turn up. We didn't turn up today. That's facts of the matter. We weren't there. We didn't put a shift in. We weren't good enough. And if we want to go up, we need to do better than that. And that's just how it is. I mean, Fulham doesn't have an off day, so we can't have an off day.
Yeah.
And that's how it seems. We've had 5 off days. We can't keep doing it.
That's too many off days, isn't it? I feel a bit silly now, if I'm honest with you, because I was saying earlier on in the season, only about 3 or 4 games ago, that we're making a little bit of headway. We're getting thirds a long way from us.
Yeah.
But that's closing in quick, isn't it now?
And the problem is, when everyone says, "Oh, we play Parker ball, we got to defend." The thing is, it wouldn't matter if we actually defended. We didn't do that today. We didn't even defend. We didn't attack. We didn't do anything. We just weren't there today. I can't pick a player. I can't pick one player that was good enough to line up today. There's not one of them that turned up. It's a bit upsetting, but I mean, we go again. We'll do it again. I mean, I'm still confident we'll do what we have to do, but we can't keep slipping like we're slipping, because sooner or later we're not gonna get another chance. We're gonna end up West Brom will catching us, everyone will catch us, and we just won't be able to catch up with our own momentum. At the start of the season, we'll be gone.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And difficult going into the next one against Borough. It's interesting. The last couple of games we've had Marcondes started against Fulham, and then he was changed for Pearson. This game we had Pearson, and we changed it for Marcondes. What do you think is the better guy to?
To be honest, I don't understand why I took Pearson off. I think he was holding the midfield. I mean, we were 1 down, but he was the one that was he was doing the Lerma. When we haven't got Lerma, we need that guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Take him off to put someone attacking on, that's all well and good, but there's no one to control the ball, and then we lose Cook. He's gone off the field.
Yeah.
Who did we have to win the ball back? I mean, at the end of the day, we had to go defence to attack. It just didn't work today, not at all. But to be honest with you, the next thing is, we've got an early kick-off against Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Right, how are they going to turn up against? They've got to get all the way. I know they go the night before and everything, but still, it's Middlesbrough early kick-off. We're not really great at having early morning footy matches, so you know, hopefully we can do a result there. But then we got Cardiff, Peterborough, and then away to QPR. We're not exactly running an easy run right now when we're already in trouble.
Yeah.
So.
No, good point. Thank you for coming on, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Good
Thank
to see
you.
All the best.
Cheers.
Tom, Tej, how you doing, buddy?
Not good, mate. Not good. That's the first time I've left early for.
Did you leave early?
A long time. I can't remember the last time I did that, but I thought I just couldn't watch it anymore. It was frustrating and didn't understand the changes. Didn't understand a lot about the game. And their goalkeeper's not even muddy. Do you know what I mean? It was really, really bad today. I mean, Blackburn deserved to win, but I actually probably thought they'd be a little bit better. And I just don't think we turned up. I mean, I'm looking at it 5 minutes to go and Solanke's isolated. I think this is absolutely crazy. Yeah. We're 2-0 down. Why is he on his own? Yeah. And Christie's trying to get the ball deep because he's going, no one's giving me the ball. I don't think anyone really had a good game. And it was almost like default. We just went, give man of the match to Cahill because he didn't know what to do here. There's no man of the match out there, is there? It was horrible today. It was probably the worst performance of the season, in my opinion.
It's interesting, earlier on in the season we were so happy with the way that we were forming partnerships all around the pitch. We looked devoid of partnerships today, didn't we? There wasn't that link-up play at all. Yeah,
and I think you look at it and you think, we've got a decent squad, but you don't appreciate, like you say, the partnerships and stuff until, you've got to change a few things, a few injuries. Anthony doesn't look right without Zamora. Brady, I give him a bit of leeway. It's his first game for a long time. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't had a club for a while. But yeah, we struggled with that down that side. And then, I thought Cookie done all right. But, you develop partnerships, like you say, with Ko and Kelly. And Stacey's been off it for a long time. Yeah. Really long time. And Christie tries his best, but he's been doing really well out wide. He comes in. Then Lowe's trying to come out there and do bits. And then you look at the subs bench going, Marcondes hasn't played a lot of football, nor's Rogers. I mean, it says a lot when you're trying to win a game and you're swapping centre halves because you just don't know what to do. We haven't got any options. And I just felt we need to get people closer to Dom, and I think that's what Billing does off here, and you do miss that. Doesn't seem like anyone else really does that. Kind of floats around Dom and gets close enough to him because, like I say, Christie wants to get on the ball too much. Whereas Billing's happy to float, isn't he? But it was really disappointing today. I just thought all aspects of it, bar maybe Travers, who I thought made some good saves. It could have been worse, but bar that, didn't think anyone was very good. Didn't think any of the partnerships were good. Didn't think we created any chances. Didn't think we looked that solid at the back. Didn't think the changes from the subs bench were any good. So really disappointing afternoon. And Fulham dropped points as well again, and we just could have extended some sort of gap. But I mean, fair play to Blackburn, they deserved it, didn't they? So
long old trip to Borough, mate. You going?
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Cannot wait for that one. No, look, we got to have a reaction at some point. I still think this group are too good to have too much of a bad run. We got that wins around a corner. Yeah. And the only thing that things like that will do for you is think, well, we've got to change something. We've got to do something different. We've got to work on something in the week. We've got a good week now where you can work on it, and maybe Kelly come on, so he's obviously fit. Zamura's obviously getting closer. So hopefully we can try and react next week. But Middlesbrough away, it's a difficult one to react to, and then QPR, so we've got really tough games, so we're going to have to do it quickly, mate, but it can't be worse than that. That was one today that I thought, certain things you can allow, I thought today it was poor from start to finish. No point did I think we'd score. The only save I can remember the keeper making was a free kick, and that's not good enough. It's not good enough, so I'm going to have a drink.
Up a Ches.
Who's in?
Neil.
Neil.
Hey mate, you okay?
Yeah, good. Yeah, not too bad. I'm quite happy actually because we're one game closer to our next win, aren't we?
We're one game closer to our next win. I like that positivity.
That was shit. That wasn't it? It really was.
It wasn't
good at all. But I think, it was really Tony Mowbray to Scott Parker-Neill. I think he set them up really well, didn't he?
Yeah.
And they didn't seem to have to work that hard in order to keep us out. And nicked a couple of goals and. One of them, isn't it?
I think you're spot on there with the 2-0 to Tony Mowbray. I didn't feel to me, and I don't know if you feel any differently, Neil, that Parker changed a lot to get us back in that game.
Yeah, he certainly did as much as he could with the players we got available. And I was just saying to someone that compare that team with the team that we started the season with, and when we were really going smoothly and playing well, that's a totally different team. And you can't keep changing the team and expect us to churn out the same performances. The odd change here and there, the odd tweak, but this is a wholesale different team, isn't it, really? Disappointing and a little bit worrying, I think, at the moment, but we've got players coming back. And, we saw Kelly today come on. We've got other players to come back as well, and let's hope we can, get back into some sort of decent form.
I think we've missed him Kelly. I think Cook's been playing amazing, but they're different types of players, aren't they?
Definitely.
Is he going into our starting 11, do you think, against Middlesbrough, Kelly?
It's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, Cookie's really done nothing wrong, and he's obviously a club legend, and but I think Kelly's more progressive.
Yeah,
I think it is. Even Cahill, I mean, at times today looked a little bit laboured, I thought.
Yeah, I agree.
So I suppose you could play any of the 4 centre backs, really, couldn't you?
Yeah.
But I think Kelly gets in as the first choice.
And Dom was quite isolated today. Can we do anything more that help him, do you think?
He was just marshalled really well by the defence.
Yeah, I agree.
He didn't have much space at all.
No.
And we did try and get him in a couple of times, but there wasn't really. We didn't have that creativity today. I think with Pearson and Cook in midfield, you're losing really a little bit of creativity, and we haven't got someone who can. We haven't got someone who can ping the ball like Kilkenny can. Maybe he would have been a good option in there, just to try and create something, because we didn't create much at all, did we?
And finally, Blackburn, a big tall side.
Yeah, very much.
So again, we meet a big tall side, and we have the same sort of issues, same kind of problems.
Same thing when the ball goes out for a corner.
Yeah.
There can't be a Bournemouth fan who's not a little bit worried about what's going to come out of it.
Yeah.
It's been the same for years. I've been coming here since 1968.
Yeah.
It's never been any different, I don't think. Apart from Willow was centre back, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Nothing ever got past us. No, but same problems.
So Neil, what are you hoping for your Christmas present then, mate? 3 points?
A point would be nice. I'll take A point. Yeah. Just another good day out, I think.
Yeah, lovely. Thanks, mate.
Okay.
Good to see you.
You too. Cheers.
He's only crying because he had to sit next to me. Right. I know what you think of this game already, but tell the people who are watching here.
I thought the mince pie and the coffee was excellent at half-time.
That's good.
I thought that we missed Phil Billing in a way that 2 seasons ago I would never have said we'd miss Phil Billing.
Yeah.
But why we miss Phil Billing is because Christie cannot play that number 10 role in the same way that Phil Bill can, and then the person who has to replace Christie doesn't do the same job that Christie does.
No.
On that right-hand side, so neutralised Stacey. We were reduced by the fact that Jamal Lowe was playing from the start, so there was nobody coming on to support Dom, and we missed 2 chances. Blackburn played well. Credit to them, they had a game plan. They executed it really well. They pressed our midfield as soon as we got the ball, and our midfield didn't have enough creativity. We were too slow. Played everything in front of them. We lose 2-0.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of high balls in as well, Jeff, but against a very tall team, so that didn't seem to be the way in. Trying to play through the middle, that didn't seem to be the way in. What was the way in?
The way in is to get behind a defence like that and pull the ball back or put it in the 6-yard box for Dom. And I cannot tell you, probably once maybe we got behind them.
Yeah.
And the delivery was shocking. The delivery when we did get the ball out wide in those dangerous areas wasn't good enough. And I thought Jayden Anthony didn't have a great game. Christie didn't have a great game. And just no cohesion really. So have we got strength in depth? Yeah, we've got really good players, but have we got the strength in depth to play the way that the first choice team is playing and set up to play? Because I don't think we've got automatic replacements for people like Phil Bill when they're gone. And boy, do we miss a really positive, energetic, exciting left back.
Yeah. You had very good view for both of our, what I would call our best chances of the game.
Yeah.
The Christie chance and the Solanke chance.
Yeah.
Frustrating to say the least. What did you make of them?
Well, I think Christie should score. He should hit it with his right before the keeper can set himself, and he doesn't. And I think if Dom Solanke took a look at Sam Davis, what he does, he doesn't shoot, he takes it onto his left and passes it past the keeper because the keeper anticipated what he was going to do.
Yeah.
And so, a bit more composure. Sam Davis finishes that, Dom Solanke doesn't. There's the difference.
Yeah. Unusual for me to say this, but we lost 2-0, but Trav's made some cracking saves, didn't he?
Trav's made some great saves. I thought Blackburn looked dangerous on the counter. They figured us out. They put a lot of balls in the box. They're a big team, and Berrett and Diaz held the ball up well and looked threatening when he was on the break. So Let's hope the blip is over soon.
Yeah, it's been a long one.
It
okay,
has.
so we go to Middlesbrough next then, Jeff. What needs to change? What do you want to see?
Positives out of today. Kelly comes on for half an hour and we don't concede when he's on the pitch. That's probably a good thing. Having more of that team back. I hear Stanislas is back in training. I think he'll be an asset for that creativity that we need. And Jay-Z is back in training. Can't wait to get him back, even though he's probably off to the African Cup of Nations soon as well. So there's a few positives to look forward to, but honestly, maybe a dip into the January market to get a few new players.
Maybe
we shall see. But onwards and upwards. Up the Cherries.
Up the Cherries. Thank you, buddy. Safe journey back.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
All the best, buddy. See you later.
Cheers.
Josh. Josh, hey, how are you?
Hello, all right.
Come a bit closer, bud.
Yeah.
What did you think of the game?
Not very good at all.
Oh, well, that's what everyone has said, so you're not alone on that.
Yeah.
What went wrong today, Josh?
Missing Jefferson Lerma and Phil Bill.
Yeah, now I haven't talked about this today, but have you heard that Jefferson Lerma's had a further 2 matches?
I have. I think it's awful because, as people are trying to find out, did Jefferson Lerma really say anything when he got that red card? Do you think the refs got it wrong?
I don't.
Do you think he's been discriminated? Which I really hope not, but because Jefferson can't speak much English, so I can't understand why he's had those punishments in place.
No, it does seem a bit of a head scratcher. So back to today's game then. No Jefferson Lerma, no Billing, no Zamora. We go up against a team that are in the top 6. They're a good team.
Yeah.
Should we feel really disappointed, or can we say to ourselves, you know what, we're weak. We're a weaker side than we normally would be, or do you think, or should we expect better from the game?
Expect better and weak, I'd say. Yeah,
Okay.
Blackburn were definitely a lot better than us today. They were really wanting to win the game, and they brought a good amount of away fans from Lancashire as well. So all I can say is no excuse, but we've got to move on to Middlesbrough next week.
We've got to move on to Middlesbrough next week. And what are you hoping for next week? What do you reckon the score will be?
I'm hoping for again another 3 points. Hopefully a good 3-4 nil away win.
A good 3-4
and
nil.
jingle bells and stuff like that.
And jingle bells and stuff like that. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, all the best to you. If I don't see you, have a Merry Christmas yourself.
Of course, yeah. Thank you very much for talking to me. Cheers.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Cheers, John. Okay, thanks, Sam.
Hiya, Keith.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, ça va?
Ça va bien.
Are you speaking French now, are we? Are we doing the whole thing in French?
No, my
Good.
French isn't that good enough. Oh, wow. It's first time back in about a month.
Yeah.
And, that wasn't great at all. Ponderous.
Yeah.
Lacking penetration, not getting in behind. I thought Jaden Anthony looked a little bit disinterested today, or lacking energy. Christie, I don't think he's effective in the middle. We did seem to be inconsistent on our pressing. That should have put one away, and Christie should have put one away. But let's be honest, that they had the game plan today, Blackburn, and they knew what they were wanting to do, and we just played in front of them all the time. We were playing a lot of square balls, so that's something that obviously Fulham fans have mentioned to us before. And the lack of invention, the lack of guile. I thought our wing play was really poor, generally speaking, and because we're not putting through threaded passes for Dom to latch onto, we sort of become, over the last 6 games, quite predictable, and teams are starting to read us a little bit. We bring on Marcondes hoping for a bit of creativity, but he gave the ball away so much, and I thought we missed Kilkenny today. He's a little bit of invention. And then we take Steve Cook off, and he went straight off. He didn't look at all happy, obviously, and I thought he was the most effective defender, certainly in the first half. So there's all sorts of questions, and then we've got Borough next, and now we go into traditionally the most difficult part of the season for us, which is January. We've never been a great January team, and February's a difficult month for us, so it's this is where Parker has to earn his pennies, I think.
You're not filling me with confidence, Keith. I will say, you just told me January's going to be rubbish, December's not been great, February's going to be crap.
No, look, there's Peterborough in there who are going to be, but it's, we haven't won in 6.
No.
And I thought we gave a good account of ourselves with Fulham, but the other performances haven't been up to scratch. So let's see what happens. But look, we're still in second, but they're catching up, aren't they?
They are catching up. In fact, that whole chasing pack's catching up.
Yeah.
One thing that did kind of raise a smile from me today is that we had another go at that same kick-off routine, very similar, and we almost pulled it off.
Almost, but obviously they've watched their training videos, so they were a little bit aware of it. Poor old Dom, I mean, he was isolated again today. There was a chance in the second half. He just held the ball up near the corner.
No one near him, was there?
No one near him at all. It was really ponderous. And, Parker likes his press. The pressing wasn't effective at all today, although we played high. The danger is Cookie's not the quickest, Kale's not the quickest, and they could, certainly first half, they were getting in behind us as well. So there's all sorts of things, but Kelly's back, and hopefully he'll get into his stride again and give us some solidity at the back. And let's see what happens in the midfield, which is, I think, our weakest part. Which is ironic because we're stacked in the midfield. So
it's getting the right combination, I suppose.
Exactly. But onwards and upwards, and hopefully Christmas brings us cheer.
Brilliant. Thanks,
Up
Keith.
the cherries, guys. Up the cherries.
Ollie.
Go on, Ollie.
Hey, mate, how you doing? I haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah, I've been hibernating. I picked up Demora's injury, so I've sort of copied him a little bit there.
Oh, have you?
But,
Okay, well, you didn't come back for the best game in the world, did you?
No, it was difficult. Small margins, isn't it, in this league? And I think today it's the same again. If Solanke scores right before the break, I think it's a whole different game. Blackburn today, they didn't want to get a point. They wanted to come and get all three. You could see that from the off.
Yeah.
We didn't help ourselves too much. Questions on the goal, the first goal, but I think it's one of them games, isn't it, that you just got to have to brush past, like the other 5 or so games we've gone past recently.
Lots of passing along the back line today. Blackburn were quite happy, even from the off, to let us do that. They didn't really press us until we got into their half. Their game plan was a clever one.
Yeah, it was, and they've been fantastic this season, Blackburn in general. I mean, obviously conceded 7 at home to Fulham, but that's a one-off. They had a man sent off, and their game plan was out the window. But like you say, today, they've only conceded I think it's like 2 goals in their last 5. They're a solid side, and I think if you looked at the last 5 games, I think they're second. I think and again, and that includes that game against Fulham where they got absolutely battered in. So it's one of them teams that when you don't really press them too much, and you sort of play their game, it is difficult to get anything from it, isn't it? And I think when you're missing players as well, it doesn't help. It really doesn't.
No. There's also a lot of people have been talking about the players that play today. Do you think maybe Christie, and we know he can play in that middle, do you think we made a mistake, or Parker made a mistake putting Lowe out there and not Christie out there, so we didn't have that down the wing?
Yeah, I think to start with, we started with the inverted runs that were causing them all sorts of problems.
Yeah.
I think early on they couldn't really deal with that. I think Brady was good as well when he cut in every now and again. You sort of thought, well, maybe that would carve something open. But yeah, I think when you start Christie in the middle, it definitely compacts the midfield, because you then have to have Pearson and Lewis Cook sort of fill the gap behind him, and they haven't really got a source out wide. And I think although Lowe is quick, I don't think he's like Christie, where we see these little sort of TikToks where he sort of knocks around a player, and you think, well, that's one for the album. But yeah, I think the thing with Lowe is we know he's a very technical player, and when you saw him play for Swansea, he would always play straight down the middle. You rarely saw him play out wide, and that was really when they had injuries. So I think it's a team that's sort of, it's got patches, and we're sort of patching it up with what we can. I thought Marcondes, when he came on, did a very good job. I thought he was fantastic, although a lot of people are saying he lost the ball a lot. He had the ball a lot, and when you're trying to break down a team that's got 11 men behind the ball and they've got something to sit on, it's very difficult for a midfielder to come on and sort of do anything that's, I think, going to really carve a chance open up with one player. So there's a lot in this game that you can look back on, but not our day.
No, not our day. And getting that recipe right in the midfield seems to be a real headache. And when we lose Billing, who we bring in. There was an argument today that maybe there's a place for Pearson and Marcondes in that team if you're going to play them to give a bit of both, because it felt to me that although we had the Marcondes being inventive, we then lost Pearson being that solid player for us.
Yeah, well, I was a little bit surprised really, because Lewis was on the yellow, and the way that he was playing, you can always tell when Lewis is up for the game, because he's flying in everywhere, and half the time he wins the ball, half the time he takes the man. And when you get a player like Lewis on a yellow, you've got to be careful. It's just sort of the same with Jeff in a way. You sort of think they're one of them players that leaves everything out on the field, so you sort of worry that might cause a problem. And so when I heard there was a sub at half time, I did think maybe Lewis had come off. And when, like I say, when you take off a player like Ben Pearson, you do lose a sort of a bite, especially when you've got a player next to him on a yellow. You can't crack into challenges and sort of risk coming out and losing the ball, because if you get caught, and I mean the referee today was not the best. I don't think the linesman on either side really helped him, but is that one of them where you've got a player on a yellow? I think it would have been smart to take off Lewis Cook, in my opinion, and keep Pearson and Marcondes on together. We haven't really seen them too much on the field together, so I think that was maybe something that on another day, there's so many things today you could look back on and say on another day we should have done that, or we could have done that. But I hope going forward that these little decisions, these little differences in midfield can help us build the table up back again, because we've been lucky really the results have gone our way that elsewhere. That's the thing.
And we've got Middlesbrough next. It's a long way to go. How do you think we'll do against them?
It's a hard team to play against. Again, they're very solid. They like to play very direct, and it's a side that we've not really done too well against through the year. So I hope that it's one of them sides that we can sort of get something on and just come back with something. We need to get a run going together again to try and just sort of hold off the 5 or 6 teams now that are sort of building up behind us. It looked like it was sort of Bournemouth, Fulham, West Brom, but now especially today, Blackburn, look, like I say, a very solid side. They've sort of gone under the radar, so I think Middlesbrough will be a very difficult game again, because they're looking to give their fans something to cheer about and something to build on going into, like you said, the most difficult and hardest part of the year. So it'll be a difficult game. It's unfortunate we're not going to have Lerma again, because that's the sort of player in those games that can make a massive difference.
Definitely.
But I just hope we'll get something from that game, I should think. But fingers crossed we can nick it.
That'd be great. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
All the best. Thank you. Okay, well, that's it then. We lost 2-0. And if any of you are going to Middlesbrough on the next game, then it's a long old journey, so good luck to you. That's enough from me from here. If you'd like to, please do like this video. Also subscribe. Tell your friends about it on social media. And onwards and upwards, I guess. Up the Cherries.